guys, firewall's dry. This is what I'm talking about here. See that right there? And that right there? Well, oops! I thought it was dry. But yeah. All this here. Let's try to get some come on. Let's try to get some wax and grease remover and see if we can get a lot of that off. For any of you guys that don't know, take you two rags like this, just fold them in half like that, fold them in half again, fold it in half again. Take your Firewall or your wax and grease remover or whatever and put it on your rag. Now, I'm telling you guys, take your Firewall, put it on your rag, spill it on the ground. Like this, watch. Just like that. It appeases the paint gods, and you get a good paint job. Wipe it down really good. This is also going to show you if you got any bad spots, because this wax and grease remover is going to kind of act like clear. So, or that's what I use it for anyway. I'll make sure to see if I've got any imperfections or bumps or anything like that. Make sure you get all your nooks and crannies and spots and yeah, get everything. And try not to, make sure when you're wiping down that you don't get any of your towel. And then what you do is you take that towel, and when you're dirty like this, see that's dirt, flip it, you got a clean surface. See what happened, guys? See that? See it? When it falls on the ground like that, it's done. You gotta get another rag. Same process. Quarter, 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 quarter. Do it with every rag, guys. Spill it. Spill it on the ground. It appeases the paint gods. Looks like we are just about ready for some sealer. siding. I go over this about 2 or 3 times. I do, because I got no paint booth. My garage, we spent, what did we spend? We spent all day Thursday. We took just about everything out of the garage. We blew everything with the air hose and tried to get it to go outside, and then I wet the floor really good, washed it out and swept it out, got all that stuff out. So I mean, if I can paint in a shop like this and you guys can paint, I mean, I've seen people on YouTube, I've seen several people on YouTube, they're painting outside under some trees. So it's not necessarily the paint booth that gives you a good paint job. Sometimes it just, the paint gods, they just seem to line up. No, I'm kidding. Just be sure to hold on to your rag, because there was one time I was doing a car like this, and I think I dropped my rag 4 times. I still got a lot of small pieces to do. That's going to be the tedious part. Alright guys, when you're done with this thing, just throw it in the garbage or down on the floor. My body teacher, I used to make him happy, or we all did, and we'd go in the paint booth to paint, and we'd wipe the car down, and then we'd just throw them down, and then we'd pull the car out, and there'd be like 10 or 12 cleaning rags on the floor in there. He gets so upset with us. All right, guys. So here is where we are. We got her all wiped down. We got all this wiped down. The tedious thing I got to do is the bolts that go here, I've got to sandblast them. They are right there. All that right there has got to be put in there so I can sandblast everything, so I can paint it. I've got the strikers I got to do right here. I got to paint them, or sandblast them and then paint them. So after all this big stuff's done, I got a bunch of tedious work to do, which is fine. I'm fine with it. But let's get some sealer out, I guess. Let's let this sit and kind of dry off just a little bit and gas off, so I'm not trapping any of them, that Firewall stuff in the paint or whatever. So let's get the old sealer out and see what we can do. Now, the paint that I order from, for this project anyway, I ordered it from, I know I've showed this before, but I'll show it again. Auto Paint HQ, and the only problem that I have is the base for this candy. When I go to spray the base, it's I believe it's a 1-to-1 or something like that. So when I do the base, it takes a lot of base to cover a small area. So my idea was to get some black primer, see, and in the small areas like the door jambs and stuff like that, I could spray that black primer and use the primer as a base. Same thing, guys. So I tried that, and it works. It works, but it let's just say it works for some other project. Let's put it that way. So I had to order another thing of base. So I'm on my, it's taken, I think, 2 gallons of base to do what I've done so far almost. So I may end up having to order a 3rd gallon of base, because, you know, with this candy you have to spray the base on and get it, each time you spray the base it gets a little darker and a little darker and a little darker, so therefore it makes your candy a little darker, a little darker, a little darker. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. But the point I'm getting at is when they send you paint, they send you these things right here. So what this does is it goes on top of this gallon can, and my stupid hammer's outside on the truck that I was taking apart. So you put that on there, and it helps the lid from coming off on your paint can. And it also helps to put it in your paint shaker. So I'm going to get this in the paint shaker and get this thing started. And I'll be right back with you guys, okay? I hate getting these things off. I like them when I put them in the paint shaker, but getting them off sucks. Now, I want to show you guys what I do. I don't want to lose product, right? So I went on Amazon. I swear if my head wasn't attached, it would be gone. Really? Sorry about that. So I went on Amazon and I picked these up right here, if I can hold on to it. So take this, put it on there like that. Now you got no spillage, no mess. It's easy to pour. Only problem, the only downfall to that is when you pull this off, you gotta pretty much clean it. But then again, when I mix this stuff, a lot of times what I'll do is just let it sit and let the, you know, the sealer and the activator and all that kind of get to know each other. So I usually let my stuff sit for about 5 minutes. That gives me enough time to clean this thing, and I don't lose anything, because that candy that I ordered from Auto Paint HQ, when they fill it up, I mean, they fill it up. It's like to the bottom of the ring right there. So that first time I tried to pour it, yeah, I made a huge mess on this counter right here. I probably spilt, I'm going to say, a shot glass full on the counter. Yeah. So let's go grab a cup And again, you know, I don't know what you guys do, but when I get a new cup, even though it's a new cup, I always take some lacquer thinner and clean it out. Yes, it might be a new cup, but doesn't mean that it's a clean cup. I have chased, in my lifetime, I have chased recoat reactions and things like that for days, and then find out that there's just some little old something in that cup that makes your paint junk, I guess. So 4-to-1, we are going to go all the way up to there. Now look at that, see that? One drip right there. Take your rag, clean that up. That's it, that's all you spill. I mean, yeah, you can take and pour it out of the side of the can, but then what happens is you got runs down the side of the can, and then if you need to know any information off of the can, like this here, you know, the 4-to-1, most times I'll put it right on the top up here, because you're not going to get any paint up here. So if this is covered up and not all paints are the same, you're going to not know how to mix this, and you're just going to guess. Your paint's all gooped down the side of it, you can't see it. Well, then how do you mix it? So get you one of these, they're cheap. And what I did the other day, yesterday, because I was trying to get a ton of stuff done, what I done yesterday was I took all my paint sticks inside, so now I don't have any paint sticks. Most of them are used anyway. Mix that together, and now while that's getting to know each other, we'll take this back off. And I ordered 2 of these. You only got to clean up half of it if you're, you know, if you only use it one time. And I go through a lot of lacquer thinner. I don't know why. I do know why, because I waste a lot of it. What I need to do is take me a rag, which is over here. I've gotten into this bad habit, guys, of taking something like this and just spraying lacquer thinner on it like that right there. Well, that's why I go through so much lacquer thinner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'll set it right there. I'm going to take this. This is what I should be doing. Taking a rag like this and soaking it in lacquer thinner. Because I bought the first, well, last month I bought a 5-gallon can of lacquer thinner. And lacquer thinner ain't cheap, guys. So I bought a 5-gallon can of lacquer thinner, and I blew through that whole 5 gallons Yeah, I know, right? I know a lot of you out there right now are going, good God, that's a lot of lacquer thinner. Yeah, it is a lot of lacquer thinner. That's my whole point. It's a lot of lacquer thinner, and lacquer thinner ain't cheap. So, I'm trying, because I want to get things done fast because of my stupid ADHD. So I want to get it done as fast as possible, and I don't think ahead to like, oh, you know, that might be $140 for 5 gallons of lacquer thinner, you know. Luckily, Cody up at Napa kind of sort of gives me a tiny little bitty discount, but still, you know, you go through that much lacquer thinner, that's a lot of money. So, see that? All clean. And it only cost me that much lacquer thinner. So I catch myself sometimes, I'll be over here cleaning something and be like, damn it! So then I gotta go back and, yeah. So, the last 5 gallons, I blew through that. This other 5 gallon, right here, right there, it's about, I'm gonna say, half full. So this 5 gallon, I've started kind of dialing it back a little bit. And my wife, she also told me, she said, when you think about doing something, do it right then. So, do you guys remember earlier telling you that lots of times I will put the mix ratio on top of the can, right? I might need that again. I don't know if that's going to be enough seal. Ha ha! I tell you what though, guys, here the past couple of weeks, I sure have been blowing through these Harbor Freight liners. I got these small ones here. And then I went and ordered online. I ordered these. See the difference? I use a lot of these. I don't use as much of these. And I'm getting low on these. I used to use those DeVille biscuit cups. Yep. Oh, that's lids. Yep, that's lids. Well, look at that, guys. That's my last small liner. So I guess I'll have to make these, I'll have to use this one 2 or 3 times. I don't know. Anyway, so the little screen liner in there, I always just pop that out because right now I'm doing metallic. And I really don't want my metallic to be sitting in my screen. So another thing I got a bad habit of doing is I'll clean and reuse cups. I was telling Cody that, he's the guy up at Napa. I was telling Cody that, and he said, you know, Jeremiah, you can come up here and get cups free anytime. And I said, yeah, I can come up there and, you know, come up here and get cups free anytime. But, you know, that takes time. You know, I have to stop what I'm doing, get in the truck, drive all the way up there. It's not that far. It's like 2 or 3 miles, but it's 2 or 3 miles. You know, you're looking at 10, 15 minutes up there and back with traffic and red lights and stuff like that. So I said, I take 5 minutes, I clean my cup, or I can take, you know, 10 or 15 minutes and come up here and get free cups. And he said, well, how about this? How about instead of taking 5 minutes to clean your cup, you take 15 minutes, come up here, and I'll give you a bunch of cups, and that'll negate the whole 15-minute thing. Then you can use them for a long time. Well, that's great today. You know, that's great except for today. Today's July 4th. Nothing's open. So there's that. I might tell him that next time I go up there. Hey Cody, so what am I supposed to do on holidays when you guys are closed? He'd just laugh at me probably. And I do like these. Used to, a while back, I don't know when they changed them, but used to a while back, you couldn't clean cups. Because what you'd do is you'd clean it, and all the mixtures and all the writing that was on it would just wipe off, and then you just have a clear cup. So it didn't do you no good to clean them. So then they started coming out with these, and when I first cleaned them, nothing come off. There you go. Now I can reuse that. But anyway, let's see which gun I'm going to use. Oh, let's see. I'm going to use that. I'm going to blow through that like that. Alright guys, so this talking here and mixing stuff is getting kind of long, so I think right now we're just going to jump into the base and clear, and I'll put it on a time lapse, and then we'll go to sign off. So let's get into some time lapse and shoot some candy. Thanks guys. I think that's kind of really close. Let's see. Yeah. Alright guys, let's let that glass out a little bit. I'll get my hand cleaned up, and we'll get the base mixed up, and then we'll turn it out, guys. What do you think on it? Alright guys, so I'll pour you the whole mix and all that. Got the base mix. These four are 1-1, so yeah. Switch my orange cap so I can spray my base. Alright, let's get sprayed. Take these off. I like spraying without lights. If I spray with my lights, it gets spray on, and then I clean it. And when I clean the black there, and then that lights it down, so it starts peeling up, and then yeah. Before I go. try it again. You guys are good? Yeah, let's do that first. Okay. Okay. Is it over the 3 hours maybe? I don't know. No, over that. So it's okay, that's over here. So, there it is. Yeah. So the stand right now, I've got 3 coats of hand base on right now. I haven't cleared yet. That's why I'm looking at the hand. But right now we're going to get the flash off so that I can clear it. So this one right. You got to. There we go. We're clear. And we're done today. Right, guys. I'm going to come up here and get that. You guys will be like, yeah. And then we've got another hour and a half, 2 hours. Right, guys. Ready? What's up, fellas? So it's about 7 o'clock, July 4th holiday. I'm finally done. I got, let's see if I can get this thing out. I got my gun right over there cleaning, and then my other gun, I got it cleaned up. Sucks that I'm going to be wasting this much clear though, but it is what it is. You know, sometimes you got to do a little extra, sometimes you're a little short, I don't know. But anyway, I am done. I am done. All I got left to do now is the hinges right over there. I got to get them thrown in the sandblaster and then get them painted up. And then, well, first I got to let this dry. And then I got to get the I got to get the doors hung and gapped, and then I think he's going to be bringing me the frame next weekend. So then we'll take the cab and set it on, mount it on the frame with the doors, and then I can take and start fitting body fenders on it, and or fenders, I guess, fenders on it, and putting the bedsides, you know, kind of laying them back here so that I can get them painted. And yeah, we're getting into the home stretch of this one. So tomorrow I am going to, once this all dries and cures overnight, tomorrow I am going to get the other cab in that's just like this one, and I'm going to chop the top on it about 3 inches, I think, and rake it about 1 inch. So that will probably be next video, I think, maybe, I don't know, or maybe the next one, I'm not sure. Anywho, here it is. That's 4 coats of well, okay, rewind. 1 kind of dry coat, 2nd coat, medium wet, 3rd coat, wet, 4th coat, just might as well take and pour it out of a glass and pour it on. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. We got, well, here's this side. So I sent pictures to the customer, and the customer was upset with me because I didn't get over there. See it? Right there. See that? Right there. And then over there. And then in here. I got it in there as best I could. I couldn't get up in there because the gun. I done skimped the paint right here. I mean, it's not going to matter. It's going to be under the door panel. But I told him that that can't be done in there unless you want to take the freaking door skin off and paint the back of the door skin. You're not going to see it, no way. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going to end this one right here, I think. This, I think I'm going to shoot out Wednesday. I'm going to put out Wednesday. And then I think I'll do Wednesdays and Saturdays. I think I'll get back on that, on that schedule. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for my 72 or 73 subscribers now. I want to thank all of those people for subscribing to me and letting me come into their homes. It really humbles me to know that you guys are liking my content. So thank you guys, I really appreciate it. And remember guys, if your project's ignored, it'll never get restored, okay? Thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Happy 4th! Belated, that is.